Whose side is Sami Zayn really on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Kevin Zwicker from Fast Gun coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe. It helps the channel out in more ways than you even know. Plus, it's free. So we are beginning to get a more clearer and clearer picture when it comes to this OG Bloodline versus this new Bloodline storyline. Now, tonight we saw the face-to-face confrontation between Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. They're in the middle of the ring, and they're cutting a promo where Jey Uso is telling Jimmy Uso that, hey, we are not the same guys that we were prior before this Bloodline storyline kicked off. We are in a position where people know who we are. They don't confuse us for the other anymore. Jimmy Uso has really carved himself out a nice little niche since he's returned from his takedown, beatdown from the OG Bloodline a week after WrestleMania. And Jey Uso has obviously become one of the more popular guys on the entire roster. So Jey Uso is really emphasizing to Jimmy, like, if we're going to do this, we are going to do this as our own men. We are not the lackeys in the background how we were prior into the OG Bloodline before. We are going to do this as equals to the OTC Roman Reigns. And after this promo, we see them backstage, and they're yucking it up a little bit, and we see Sami Zayn. Yes, my favorite part of the entire Bloodline storyline was the section of the Bloodline storyline that dealt with Sami Zayn. I felt like his part in the Bloodline was peak Bloodline, and we see him tell Jey Uso and ask him, hey, can he talk to you? Hey, can we get a little word in? And we see Jimmy Uso very hesitant to that, but eventually he goes away, and we see Sami Zayn talking to Jey Uso, and he's like, hey, what's up? Like, it's just like that. You're just going to forgive Roman and your brother after all they put you through. There's, no repercussions. It's just going to go away like that. And then you see Jey Uso tell Sami Zayn, like, you don't get this, man. You're not family. And we see the ball rolling to potentially involve Sami Zayn in this storyline. And then we see later on in the background, after that segment, you see Jimmy and Jey in the locker room talking about, what happened between you and Sami. And you see Jey tell Jimmy that, hey, man, he's not family. But when you wasn't around, Sami Zayn really stepped up, and this is something that you wouldn't get. So you see a lot of conflicting emotions between the guys. And then we see Jimmy Uso tell Jey Uso, like, yo, man, I'm going to talk to him. And Jay's like, nah, don't do that, because if you do that, bad things are going to occur. But he eventually lets up, and Jimmy goes and he looks for Sami. They show different portions of the show where Jimmy is looking for Sami, and then eventually they get into the parking lot deck where you're in a position where you're kind of in the tunnel where you could see above, but people can't really see below. And we see Jey interrupt Jimmy, saying, yo, did you talk to Sami? And Jey tells him to shh. They look up, and we see Sami Zayn talking to Solo Sikoa, planting these seeds of deception that Sami Zayn could possibly be working with the enemy, and he really isn't the guy that he says he was. I kind of feel bad for Sami Zayn in the storyline if you really think about it. This guy has always been second-guessed the entire portion that he's been involved in the Bloodline. You had Jey Uso originally being real hesitant and not wanting Sami Zayn to be involved in the Bloodline. Then all of a sudden you saw Jey and Sami really click up and really be connected, and you saw the other guys not want Sami Zayn around and eventually kicking him out after he betrayed them at the Royal Rumble. So it's like this guy's always constantly being second guessed. So we are now at a point where we're trying to figure out how they're going to rope Sami Zayn into this and how they are going to put him eventually in this inevitable War Games match. So I really like this wrinkle, man, they've put in the storyline. Is he with Solo? Is he not with Solo? How are the guys going to react to the fact that they saw him talking with Solo? What were the conversation between Solo and Sami Zayn? We don't know, and I'm excited that we're going to have this unfolded right in front of our eyes within the next couple of weeks. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Where do you think Sami Zayn's allegiance lies? Do you think he's with Jey and them? Do you think that he's working as this covert double agent for Solo? Let me know in the comment section below. Like I said earlier, please remember to like the video and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.